In our last session, we heard the following letter.
Dear Greg, one of my coworkers seems to have something against me. I don't know why he does it, but he talks about me in a negative way all the time to other people in the office. I've actually made some of the mistakes he talks about, but some of it just isn't true. And I think it's affecting the way some people in the office treat me. He's outgoing and popular, so people tend to believe what he says, which makes me so mad. And he's rude to me and avoids me. I think I need to talk to him and insist that he quit spreading his lies.
And in our last session, I told you some important things. First, that your coworker is behaving as he does only because he's empty and afraid. He's drowning without enough real love in his life. Second, that you're reacting to him with your own getting and protecting behaviors, which are making him much more empty and afraid and making things worse. Third, that as you see him as just drowning, rather than as doing something to you, you'll tend to react to him with less fear. Fourth, that you can make a much bigger difference if you actually give him what he needs, which is real love. Now, what would it look like to love him at work? When I suggest loving him, I'm not saying you should throw your arms around him and give him a big kiss. At work, that probably wouldn't go over very well. I'm just suggesting that you reach out and offer genuine acceptance and concern to a man who is drowning. Drowning people don't need kisses. They just need an extended hand. You can demonstrate your love for him in a variety of ways. Quit avoiding him. When we're angry at people, unconsciously, we avoid them in many ways. We don't smile at them, for example, or make eye contact, or make conversation with them. When we leave a room, we choose a path that avoids the person we don't like. Don't give in to these reactions or tendencies. Instead, go out of your way to see him, talk to him, smile at him, and so on. As he feels these indications of your genuine acceptance, he'll find it much more difficult to keep attacking you. I mean that. Talk to him. Go out of your way to talk to him about anything. Sports, the weather, your work. Ask about his family. If you're sincere about doing this, you'll find many things you can talk about. Compliment him. Congratulate him for something he's done well, perhaps a project at work. If you offer your praise sincerely, without wanting something in return, it won't become a form of imitation love. Look at him. Every time you see him, be sure you look directly into his eyes. That is a profoundly intimate act. Eventually, it's very likely that he'll feel more loved, and you'll lose your own fear and anger as well. Cooperate with him. Think of something, anything at all, no matter how small, that you could do that would help him. Offer to do that. Or, just as powerful, ask him to do something that would benefit you. As you two work together toward the same goal, you'll feel a healthy bond forming rather than more of what you have now. Random acts of kindness. Find out his birthday, as well as the birthdays of his spouse and children. Give him something small and inexpensive but sincere, like a card or a simple verbal recognition of the special day. As you think about it, you'll see other things you could do for him. Forgive him. Realize that this man is only doing what it takes to keep his own head above water. Drowning people don't assess the cost of their splashing on other people. They become completely self-centered. Recognize that his behavior is the best he can do, rather than accusing him of intentionally inconveniencing or hurting you. When you can see him in that way, it becomes much easier to accept and forgive him. Loving someone doesn't have to be dramatic or obvious. Just do the things that we just discussed. As you do that, the rewards will be enormous. One thing is guaranteed. You will experience a powerful difference in yourself. You'll lose your own fear and resentment, which are destroying your happiness. In addition, if you persist in these behaviors, it's quite likely that your coworker will eventually feel your love, after which his getting and protecting behaviors would no longer have any function. He'll simply let them go. Real love works miracles because it turns out it's always about real love.